Yo, y'all not gonna believe this one. It's the kind of story that got everybody on edge. Industry insiders whispering, fans scrolling non-stop, and the internet literally breaking apart. This ain't no regular celebrity drama, this one's dark, real dark. We talking about D4vd. Yes, that D4vd. The moody, low-key artist who took the world by storm with his emotional ballads and mysterious vibe. But what if I told you that behind those soft vocals and poetic lyrics lies a deadly secret? An unreleased, leaked video just surfaced, and it's got fans shook. D4vd was caught on hidden camera, completely unaware, chopping it up in what seemed like a casual conversation, until it wasn't. What started as regular talk spiraled into a shocking admission. We're talking about murder, y'all. That's right, murder. The whole internet's buzzing, saying he might have accidentally confessed to something that could change everything. Now everybody's asking, was it real? Was he framed? Or did D4vd actually admit to taking a life, without even knowing the camera was rolling? Keep it locked, because we're about to break down every twisted second of this insane story. And trust me, it only gets wilder from here. Stay tuned. So boom, here's where it all starts. It was just another quiet night in Leh. Nothing crazy, until this one little clip came out of nowhere. A blurry, grainy piece of footage that would flip the internet upside down. No one knows who filmed it. No one knows who leaked it. But what we do know is, it shows D4vd in a dimly lit room, hoodie on, hat low, sitting on a couch with two other dudes. They laughing at first, joking, talking music, typical industry talk. But then, it shifts, the tone drops. Suddenly, D4vd leans in, voice low, and says something that made jaws drop across social media. He goes, "Man, that night still haunts me. Like, I ain't even mean for it to go that far, bro." The room goes quiet. The other two guys stop laughing. They're looking at him, confused but not shocked. Like maybe they already knew what he was talking about. The video cuts there. Just a few seconds. But it was enough to get people wildin'. Fans start connecting dots. They pull up old tweets, old lyrics, interviews, looking for signs. And what they find, it gets darker. Real dark. There's this tweet from 2022, where D4vd wrote, "Sometimes guilt sounds like silence." Nobody thought anything of it back then, just some poetic, deep thought. But now, folks think it was a confession in plain sight. Next thing you know, hashtags start trending. D-confession. What happened that night? Silent truth. Fans are split. Some in denial, saying he'd never do that. Others digging deeper, claiming he's been crying out for help this whole time. Meanwhile, the industry goes silent. No label statements, no team defense, no nothing. Just radio silence, which only made people more suspicious. Now let's talk about the guy who first leaked the footage. His name? Nobody knows for sure. He posted it under a burner account. No bio, no posts, just the video and a caption that read, "He thought nobody was listening." Then boom, account deleted. Gone, vanished, no trace. It felt like something straight out of a movie. Like someone wanted this out, but didn't want to stick around for the fallout. And the craziest part, this video supposedly came from a house in Calabasas, where D4vd was staying last year during a private writing camp. People who were there started talking, anonymously of course. One person messaged a blog saying, "There was a weird energy that weekend. Like D4vd was dealing with something heavy. He barely spoke. He'd go into the booth, do one take, then sit outside just staring into space." Another source, allegedly a sound engineer, said, "I heard him on the phone one night. He was saying stuff like, 'I didn't mean to,' and 'I didn't know it'd go that far.' I thought he was rehearsing lyrics, but now? I don't even know, man." People start pulling up everything. Old Reddit posts, Tumblr poetry, fan-recorded IG lives. One IG live from earlier this year resurfaced, where D4vd was answering fan questions. Someone asked, "What's your biggest regret?" And he paused, dead silent for like 10 seconds. Then he just said, "Being there when I shouldn't have been." Now that quote is being dissected everywhere. But who was he talking about? What happened? And most importantly, who got hurt? Then, boom, another twist. An old article from a tiny Houston news site resurfaces. Dated late 2021. Headline read, "Local teen found dead behind abandoned warehouse. No suspects." No name released, just male, mid to late teens. The article didn't go anywhere. No follow-ups, no coverage. Just a quiet, forgotten tragedy. Until now, fans start asking, was this connected? Was that the night D4vd was talking about? Someone even pulled a blurry yearbook photo from D4vd's high school, comparing it to a leaked image of the unidentified teen victim from the Houston case. Some say it looked eerily similar. Others think it's just coincidence. But either way, the speculation grows louder. And then, the most shocking part. An anonymous Instagram account DM'd a fan page claiming they knew everything. They wrote, "He didn't pull the trigger, but he watched it happen. And he never said a word. Silence can be deadly." And just like that, the conversation shifted. Maybe D4vd wasn't the one who did it. Maybe he was just there, but he kept it to himself. Didn't speak, didn't snitch. And now, that silence is unraveling. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, those close to him start acting different. One of his longtime producers suddenly unfollows him. Another deletes all photos with him. And then his own sister, who's always been his biggest supporter, goes live on TikTok crying. She don't say much, but the pain in her face says it all. She whispers, "I thought you told me everything." Then ends the live. Fans are shook. The family's clearly torn. And that's when D4vd's mom makes a rare statement. Through a close friend, she tells a blog, "My son is not a killer, but he's been carrying something for too long, and it's breaking him." That one quote sets everything ablaze. He's been carrying something. What does that even mean? Guilt? Secrets? Fear? As the drama heats up, fans start pressuring D4vd to speak. His Instagram comments are flooded. "Tell us the truth. What really happened? Who did you protect?" But he stays quiet. Days pass, then a week. No posts, no stories, no tweets, just silence. Again. But then a surprise. A private Finsta post leaks, allegedly from D4vd's burner account. The caption reads, "If they only knew what really went down. I was scared. We all were. But I didn't do it. Now everyone's stuck." What does that mean? Who's we? And what were they scared of? This is where things start spiraling. People begin pointing fingers. Some say it was another artist, someone D4vd came up with back in Texas. Others say it was a cousin, someone close to the family. A few even believe it was a setup, that D4vd was meant to take the fall, and now, years later, the truth is clawing its way out. The internet's detectives go crazy. Names get dropped. One in particular stands out. A guy named Malik, a childhood friend of D4vd, who disappeared from social media 2 years ago. Fans find old photos of the two together, always smiling, always tight, but then nothing. Malik vanished, no tags, no posts, gone. And people start wondering, what happened between them? Could he be the key? Just when things couldn't get more wild, boom, the second part of the video leaks. And this time it's worse. The video leaks, and this time it's worse. Clearer audio, longer clip. D4vd is still on that couch, but now his tone is serious. No more jokes, no more relaxed posture. He's hunched forward, palms rubbing together like his conscience is eating at him. The two other guys sit in silence like they already know what's coming, or like they wish they didn't. D4vd says, "Bro, we wasn't supposed to be there that night. Like, we was just supposed to meet up, cool out." Malik said it was just gonna be a quick link. Next thing I know, everything go left. One of the guys responds, low voice. "So you saw it all?" D4vd nods. "I saw everything. He ain't even mean to do it like that. It was a fight. It wasn't supposed to turn deadly. But after it happened, we all panicked. We left. Fast." At this point, everyone watching the clip online is holding their breath. What exactly did he see? What did Malik do? Was D4vd involved directly? Or was he just a bystander with guilty hands from staying quiet? He continues, "We ain't know what to do. I remember Malik looking at me like I was supposed to fix it. Like I was the only one who could keep us from going down." He said, "You got the voice. People listen to you. Just act like nothing happened." And I did. I did for years. That line right there, "I did for years," is the one that set the internet on fire. Because now it's clear this wasn't a recent situation. This was something he'd been burying, something that predated the fame, maybe even fueled it. Imagine living with a secret like that, watching your career blow up. Your songs go viral, while knowing deep down you was part of something so dark. The video ends abruptly again, mid-sentence. And that's when people really start losing it. Timelines start forming. Fans go full detective mode, building charts, threads, TikToks mapping out every possible clue. One fan finds an unreleased track from D4vd that had been leaked to a SoundCloud under a fake name. It's raw, unmastered, just his voice and a haunting guitar loop. In it, he sings, "If the silence gets loud, will the truth set me free or bury me deeper than 6 feet?" That line alone sends chills through the community. Fans start calling it a hidden confession. A few even claim the song was pulled from streaming platforms months ago, like someone didn't want it to be heard. And then out of nowhere, Malik's name starts trending. People dig up a mugshot. Turns out he was arrested back in 2021 for possession and resisting arrest. No connection to the death in the news back then. But now, under new light, folks start speculating. Maybe he wasn't arrested for that, but because of what he knew or was involved in. It's a slippery slope, but social media doesn't care. Stories spread fast, and facts get blurry. Then someone drops a third video, not from the same night, but from a year later, 2023. It shows D4vd alone, sitting in a car, recording himself on voice notes. He's visibly emotional. You can hear his voice cracking as he says, "I wish I could tell the truth, but it had ruined too many lives. I'm not trying to be the villain. I'm just trying to survive." Now even the people who were defending him start to crack. The narrative starts to shift. Some fans start saying, okay, maybe he didn't do it, but he helped hide it. Others argue, he was young, scared. They all were. Debates explode all over social media. TikTok lives, Twitter spaces, Clubhouse rooms. Everyone's got an opinion, and no one agrees. And then boom, an ex-girlfriend steps in. She don't name him directly, but her timing says it all. She posts a cryptic IG story. "You told me the truth once, and I told you to forgive yourself, but you never did." She follows it with a black screen and a broken heart emoji. Fans immediately flood her DMs. Some call her brave, others accuse her of chasing clout. Either way, she never speaks on it again. Meanwhile, the industry starts reacting, quietly, subtly. One by one, collabs get pulled. D4vd's name disappears from upcoming festival lineups. An artist who just dropped a feature with him suddenly takes the post down and unfollows him. You can feel the tide turning. The silence from his team is getting louder by the day. Then we hear from someone unexpected. His childhood neighbor. This woman, mid-30s, posts a TikTok sharing a story from when D4vd was around 15. She says, "He came to my porch one night, real shaken up. Asked if he could sit there for a while. Didn't say why. Just kept saying, I don't want him to die. I didn't mean for this to happen. I thought it was a breakup or some high school drama. But now, I'm thinking it was something else." Every piece of this story just keeps getting heavier. And as all this unfolds, D4vd finally posts something. Not a statement, not a live, just a black square on Instagram with the caption, "It's all catching up." The comments section explodes. Some fans still riding for him, saying everyone makes mistakes. Others calling him a liar, a coward, a fraud. The division is real. The same people who used to cry to his songs are now tearing him down. But deep down, everyone just wants answers. And then the final twist of this part, an audio call leaks. A phone convo between D4vd and what sounds like a lawyer or a manager. The voice tells him, "They're opening the case again." The footage might have been enough to spark a reinvestigation. "You need to lay low." D4vd responds, calm but broken. "I knew this day would come." With those 6 words, I knew this day would come. It's no longer just speculation. Something real is happening, something big. The past is crashing straight into the present, and D4vd, he's standing right in the middle of it, no place left to run. Now the whole world's watching. Labels, press, cops, fans, everyone. What happened that night? Who really did what? And is D4vd finally ready to tell the truth? But just when it seems like things couldn't spiral any further, the past throws another punch, and it comes from someone no one saw coming. The past throws another punch, and it comes from someone no one saw coming, Malik's mother. Late one night, a Facebook post starts circulating. A screenshot, first seen in a private true crime group, shows a long caption written under a photo of 2 young boys. One of them clearly D4vd, the other believed to be Malik. They're maybe 13, smiling, arms around each other like brothers. The caption reads, "I've stayed quiet for years, because I didn't want to bury 2 sons. But if this is all gonna come out now, let the truth be told. My boy wasn't perfect, but he wasn't evil. They were all scared. They all made bad choices. But David, you watched my baby bleed out, and you left him there." Boom. Internet. Broken. If what she's saying is true, then everything we thought we knew just flipped. What if Malik wasn't the one who caused the death? What if he was the one who died? The unnamed body from the Houston article? Fans immediately revisit the article. matching the dates, the timeline, the age. And it starts to fit. Suddenly, all that talk about Malik vanishing from social media, the mugshot, the disappearance, it all takes on a whole new meaning. Maybe that wasn't a sign of guilt. Maybe he was the victim all along. It's like a gut punch. Fans who had spent days dragging Malik's name now scrambling to delete tweets. Forums blowing up. Reddit theories flipping. The idea that D4vd may have been involved in the death of his best friend, possibly even witnessed it, and chose silence. It's too much, but the question remains, if Malik died, who killed him? Now we go deeper. An ex-crew member from that Houston circle drops a voice memo on a hip-hop gossip page. The dude, who goes by Jay, says this: Malik wasn't no angel, but he didn't deserve what happened. That night, it wasn't even about him. It was about another dude, some low-level dealer who showed up mad, talking about somebody snitching. Malik stepped in the way. Wrong time, wrong place. But after it happened, everybody dipped. Even David. He was the last one to see Malik alive. So now the theory becomes this: Malik didn't die by D4vd's hands. He died trying to protect someone else. And D4vd, whether out of fear, shock or guilt, left him behind. Didn't call 911. Didn't tell anyone. Just vanished from the scene. And that trauma, that guilt, it's been haunting him ever since. And you can see it if you look back. Fans now re-watching every music video, every lyric, every emotional breakdown on stage. One fan makes a side-by-side video comparing D4vd's 2023 performance of Here With Me to the leaked voice note. In both, his voice cracks at the same spot. I would give everything to have just one more moment. People are crying in the comments. Some feel betrayed. Others feel sorry for him. Because now this isn't just a story of guilt, it's a story of grief. Meanwhile, the police in Houston finally respond. A spokesperson releases a vague statement. We are reviewing newly surfaced materials related to the 2021 death of a local teenager. At this time, no charges have been filed. The moment that hits, every blog, every Shade Room clone, every T-page starts running with it. The story is no longer underground. It's mainstream. Paparazzi spot D4vd leaving his apartment in LA, hoodie on, no security. When asked if he has anything to say, he just says one word: soon. Then he gets in the car and disappears again. But behind the scenes, another storm is brewing. Because now, the record label is involved. Someone leaks internal emails from D4vd's label team. In one, an exec writes, "This needs to be handled discreetly. If this goes public, we're pulling all promo." Another says, "We can't be attached to this kind of narrative. Damage control required immediately." This reveals that the people around D4vd may have known something, maybe not the full truth, but something. And they chose to protect the image, the brand, the money. But here's where the story takes a heartbreaking turn. D4vd's sister speaks again, this time not in tears. This time in a full-on Instagram live. Thousands tune in instantly. She starts off calm, composed. "I was never going to speak. I thought this would stay in the family. But now, with everything out there, I need to say something." She goes on to explain that D4vd came home the night of Malik's death looking like he'd seen a ghost. He didn't eat for 3 days, didn't talk, locked himself in his room, blasting music at all hours. She says, "We didn't know what happened. He just said something bad went down and that Malik was gone. He didn't give details. I thought he meant Malik left, not, you know." But then she drops the bomb. A few months later, he told me the truth. He saw it. He saw Malik hit the ground. He wanted to help, but he froze. He ran, and he's never forgiven himself since. Fans are devastated. It confirms what the second leaked clip already hinted at. But hearing it from family hits different. And then, like it was perfectly timed, a note gets posted to D4vd's Instagram story. Black background, white letters, no sound, just a message. "I never thought this would come out. I didn't kill him. I loved him, but I left him, and that's something I'll carry for the rest of my life." At this point, the internet's emotions are all over the place. Some people are furious. "You watched your friend die and said nothing." Others more empathetic. "He was just a scared kid. What would you have done?" Some fans defend him to the end. Others cancel him overnight. Radio stations start pulling his songs. Playlists disappear. An upcoming tour quietly goes postponed due to unforeseen circumstances. His brand deals, gone. Almost overnight, D4vd becomes a ghost in the industry he once ruled. But not everyone turns on him. A few artists, indie ones mostly, speak out. One posts, "I don't condone silence, but trauma does crazy things to people. None of us are perfect." Another tweets, "He told us in the music. We just weren't listening." And then finally, after weeks of silence, leaks, and speculation, D4v announces a live stream, a raw, unfiltered one. No team, no management, just him, a camera, and the truth. As the countdown begins, the whole internet watches. Fans, haters, media, everyone. The view count shoots up past 1 million before he even appears on screen. And when he does, he looks broken. Not the cool, mysterious artist. Just a young man holding a secret too heavy to carry anymore. He opens his mouth to speak, and then the stream cuts. Just like that. Black screen. The comment section explodes with confusion. What happened? Did they shut him down? Was it a glitch or something else? People wait hours, refreshing, hoping he'll come back, but he doesn't. And just when everyone thinks the silence has returned, an anonymous message is posted to a fan forum, claiming they were the one who ended the stream. And they say they did it to protect D4vd from revealing something bigger than the death of one boy. Now, the question changes completely. What is the secret behind the secret? What is the secret behind the secret? The anonymous message that shut down D4vd's livestream hit the fan forums like a bomb. At first, nobody believed it. Just another internet troll trying to stir chaos, right? But then the messages got specific, detailed. This user, posting under the name Silent Hand, starts dropping info no outsider should know. Exact timestamps from the leaked video clips, personal conversations that only someone in the room would have heard, private names, real ones, and then the kicker. They post a blurry photo of the crime scene from that night in 2021. A photo that was never made public. People start realizing, whoever this is, they were there. And that changes everything. Suddenly, the focus shifts off D4vd and onto the big unknown. Who else was there that night? Who was this dealer Jay mentioned in the voice memo? Who pulled the trigger? Was it truly a fight gone wrong? Or something deeper, planned even? Silent Hand keeps posting, dropping cryptic messages like, he wasn't the one they came for. Malik just got in the way. The real story's not about the murder. It's about why it happened. He kept quiet because the person behind it all was family. Boom. Jaws drop again. Family? Fans start combing through D4vd's old interviews, childhood photos, IG posts, looking for clues. A cousin? An uncle? Even an older brother? One name keeps popping up, Jamari. Barely ever mentioned in the media, but a known figure in the Houston underground scene. Known for being quiet, intimidating, and tied to street activity. Never confirmed, but always rumored. Jamari was supposedly close to D4vd during his early days. Some even say he funded the first few studio sessions. One fan finds an old tweet from 2019 where D4vd wrote, "Wouldn't be here without my blood. You saved me from the streets." Fans now wonder, did Jamari try to protect him or involve him? Then it happens. A fourth video leaks. And this one, it blows the lid off everything. It shows D4v on a late night FaceTime call, shirt off, pacing his room. He looks exhausted like he hasn't slept in days. The video is recorded secretly, maybe from someone's screen recording on the other end. In it, he says, "I was 17, bro. Jamari told me to keep my mouth shut or it'd be my name in that headline. He said he'd handle everything. And I believed him. I didn't know Malik was gonna die that night. I didn't know he'd take the fall. I thought we'd all walk away clean." The voice on the other end says, "So it was Jamari?" The voice on the other end says, "So it was Jamari?" D4vd nods. He pulled the piece. Not at Malik, but at the other dude. Then all hell broke loose. Gun went off. Malik stepped in front. Wrong second. Wrong angle. I remember him looking at me like he knew it was the end. And just like that, the entire story shifts. It wasn't about a rival. It wasn't about street beef. It wasn't even about D4vd making a choice. It was about a cover-up to protect Jamari, the person D4vd trusted the most, the one who put him in the booth, the one who told him to stay silent, or else. And now, fans understand everything, the guilt, the cryptic lyrics, the isolation, the shaking hands during interviews. He wasn't just grieving, he was scared, carrying the weight of someone else's actions, knowing one wrong word could take down his whole family. The internet erupts. Again. This time, the tone changes. Sympathy floods back in. People say he was a kid, he was manipulated, threatened. Others say, but silence still cost a life. News outlets pick it up now, CNN, TMZ. Local Houston reporters start digging into Jamari's background. Suddenly his name's all over the place. Arrest records, sealed juvenile files, even connections to a local gang unit, and just as the pressure mounts, Jamari disappears. No phone, no social media. Gone. But then a voicemail leaks. A source close to the family shares it with a popular podcast, and they play it live. It's short but chilling. Jamari's voice, cold, calm. If this is going to be my fall, then I'm taking everyone down with me. Y'all forgot who taught that boy how to survive. The internet freezes. D4vd's in danger now. Not just legally, but physically. Fans flood his page with support. Go somewhere safe. Get protection. You need to leave LA. And then, silence. No posts. No sightings. No updates. 3 days pass. Nothing. And then, a statement, posted to D4vd's official Instagram, Twitter, and website. A long one. No fancy graphics. No lawyer speak. Just him. In it, he writes, I have carried this story with me since I was a teenager. Not because I wanted to, but because I was told it was the only way to survive. I have lived in fear every day. Fear for my family, fear for my career, fear for the truth. Malik was my best friend. He died in front of me, not because of a fight, not because of a mistake, but because someone we both trusted made a decision that cost a life. I stayed quiet. And for that, I am sorry. I let fear keep me from speaking up, and that silence only made the pain worse. I'm ready now to tell the full story. No music, no lyrics, just the truth. I will be meeting with investigators. I will be making a full statement on record.